The vision of the Nigerian Sugar Masterplan is clear. It is to, among other things, create 100,000 high-quality jobs, to drive the development of rural infrastructure, and to achieve savings of at least $1 billion annually in foreign exchange savings. To realize this, we require $4.5 billion in investments, which the National Sugar Development Council is assiduously pursuing the realization of. We understand that investor confidence is paramount. The feedback we have received from investors so far emphasizes the need for assurance, a disciplined, rule-based approach to investment that ensures transparency and accountability and gives investors the assurance that their investments will be safe and will realize returns.
Our first observation is on paragraph 2, section 3, subsection 1G, which empowers the National Sugar Development Council, the NSDC, to set benchmark and regulate sugar imports and exports based on local sugar production and consumption projection, and grant license for the establishment of new sugar industries, including refineries and sugarcane processing facilities, and set standards for the establishment of sugarcane facilities and refineries. Distinguished Chairman, sir, this function duplicates NAFDAC's core function of regulating and controlling the manufacture, importation, exportation, advertisement, distribution, sale and use of food and beverages in Nigeria, thereby creating a regulatory overlap in importation controls on these products, as it directly overlaps with our mandate, our statutory responsibility under the NAFDAC Act to regulate the importation of food products, including sugar, to ensure safety, quality, and standards. Our recommendation here, sir, is that the bill should clearly delineate NSDC's powers and functions from NAFDAC's statutory regulatory mandates, as NAFDAC retains regulatory oversight on any food import, including sugar, to prevent entry of substandard or harmful products into the Nigerian markets.
The service reiterates its unwavering commitment to implementing all trade laws and fiscal measures as approved and passed by the National Assembly. We remain fully prepared to support any amendment to the NSDC Act that aligns with national economic policies and sustainable industrial development. In conclusion, the service is respectfully urges that the proposed amendment to the Act should consider existing fiscal measures, operational realities of quota regimes, and the need for synergy between regulatory agencies and enforcement bodies to ensure policy coherence and effective implementation.
As we start the second implementation of the National Sugar Development Masterplan, an amendment of this nature ordinarily is targeted at strengthening the law. The National Sugar Development Council is the agency in the ministry that implements and operates the law and the activities within the sector. Therefore, an amendment of this nature is intended to tighten those loose ends, to see how we don't make another journey and regret that journey. If you look at what the country spends in terms of imports of sugar and related products, it's huge. So this amendment, as long as it is geared towards strengthening the hand of the National Sugar Development Council, and especially because we are competing with countries like Brazil that have been on this sugar production and all for upwards of 500 years. And because we just don't want to produce sugar, we want to do that competitively. So let me enjoin, the chairman and members of this committee that at the ministry we take this amendment seriously, and we are determined to work together to see how the law that comes out of this amendment can strengthen the hand of the ministry, that reports directly to Mr. President and the Council to give us, a product at the end of the day that we cannot be repeating the experience that has occurred after the first 10 years.
In order to have an inclusive legislation, this gathering marks a significant step towards redefining our sugar industry by providing an appropriate legal framework that would shape regulatory authorities and ensure they are strategically positioned to effectively relate with the operations in the sector. The enactment of this legislation would no doubt enhance competitiveness and increasing the sector's contribution to Nigeria's economy. The purpose of this hearing is to elicit the views of all stakeholders in this industry in order to provide a more inclusive and comprehensive law that will enhance the Council's effectiveness in regulating and developing the sugar industry. As stakeholders, we recognize the value of your expertise, concerns, and suggestions. Your contributions will no doubt shape the future of our sugar industry. As we embark on this critical exercise, I urge all the stakeholders to engage in a constructive dialogue, sharing knowledge, ideas, and experiences in order to create a robust, sustainable, and competitive sugar industry that benefits the Nigerian economy and improves the livelihood of our people.
The purpose of this gathering today as a public hearing is to cross-fertilize ideas, receive inputs, suggestions, and share experiences with a view to enhancing the National Sugar Development Council so that the functions and legislations governing the council should be at par with sister sugar development councils everywhere in the world. Nigeria as a nation would not live in isolation, and therefore we must do everything to ensure that we provide legislations that will be of global standard and equally provide legislations that will help us block leakages in our various sectors. By looking the array of members here, starting from the chairman and the members of this committee, we are in no doubt having this belief that they have the capacity, they have the capability, they have all it takes to do justice to this bill. So please, I implore you to feel free, share your ideas and experiences with us, and on the part of my colleagues, try to be justice and balance to the reports.